All right, so welcome to our P3 Maths class on Saturday with me, Teacher J. We will be going through word problems involving more than, less than, direct, more than, less than, indirect. Now, last week we've already gone through our word problems, right? But they are mainly on addition and subtraction. How many do we have altogether? How many do we have left? It's quite direct in that sense, correct? Addition and subtraction. But today, what's different is you will see the term more than, less than, fewer, and things like that in the question. But there are two types that you need to take note of, okay? One is the direct and one is the indirect. Okay, so it does not necessarily mean that every time you see more than means you need to do addition, and every time you see less than means you need to do subtraction. When it comes to indirect, sometimes it is the opposite. Okay. Okay, before we start, let's go through a quick recap on what we have done last week. In word problems involving addition and or subtraction, we need to read the question carefully to determine which operation to use. Operation just means either you use plus, minus, times, or divide. So in this case, addition and subtraction operation would just refer to plus or minus. So let's take a look at the following. Jane baked 5,000 cookies. She gave 850 cookies to her neighbors and 2,150 cookies to her cousins. How many cookies did she have left? Can you tell me what do we need to do? Can you tell me what do we need to do for this question over here? Ooh, a lot of you are giving me the answer. You do subtract. Okay, so this is a two-step word problem. So I'm going to do the first step. Okay, some of you say minus, minus. Some of you say plus then minus. I will do the plus then minus, okay? So I want to find how many cookies she gave away. So I'm going to write number of cookies given away. So can you tell me which two numbers should I add or which two numbers should I subtract if I want to find the number of cookies given away? Hello. I need to find out how many did she give to her neighbors plus her cousins. So I need to do addition. So I'm going to take 850, that is to the neighbors, plus 2,150, that is to her cousin. So if I add them together, I will get, what is 850 plus 2,150? 3,000. Thank you very much for the answer. So if I give away 3,000, so I want to find the number of cookies left. What do I need to do? Number of cookies left. I have 5,000 at first. I give away 3,000. I must have, yes, a lot of you are telling me I need to minus, but what minus what? I need to take 5,000 minus 3,000. Thank you very much, Jaden, and that will give me 2,000. Easy. Everybody got this correct. Excellent job. Any questions so far? Everybody can follow? Good job, guys. Well done. Okay, so let's move on to today's word problems. Word problems involving more than, less than, direct. Okay. So in word problems involving more than, less than, direct, we are given the quantity of items a subject has. A subject can mean a person, okay? And how much more or fewer the other subject has. Okay, the other subject has. What do I mean by this? Okay, so let's take a look over here. If the other subject has more items, we will do addition to find the quantity. But if the other subject has fewer items, we will do subtraction to find the quantity. So you're comparing with the other person. So let's try the following. Eileen baked 450 cookies. Tina baked 120 fewer cookies than Eileen. How many cookies did Tina bake? How many cookies did Tina bake? Okay, so we have Tina, which is the other subject. You're comparing Tina to Eileen and you're asking for Tina. And since Tina baked fewer, see, the other subject has fewer, means we need to do subtraction. So in order to find how many cookies did Tina bake, right? So let me write it down for you. Number of cookies Tina baked. We have to do subtraction. Yes, 450 minus 120. And all of you can give me the answer to be 330. Excellent job. Okay, so this one is easy. Right, easy. Okay, so let's go on to our first question over here. Let's try one more before I give you your bubble question. Aaron has 103 marbles. Barry has 248 more marbles than Aaron. How many marbles does Barry have? So we have subject 1, who is Aaron, subject 2, who is Barry, and Barry has more. So what do we need to do if Barry has more? What do we need to do? We want to find the number of marbles Barry has. So Barry has more. We need to do addition. We need to take Aaron plus 248 more. And what will you guys get? 351. Easy. Everybody got this correct. Excellent job. Okay. So I believe nobody has any questions regarding this kind of word problem. Shall we go on to our bubble question number 1? Yes, bubble question. All right, so let's take a look at bubble question number 1. 1,597 people visited the zoo on Monday. 1,026 more people visited the zoo on Tuesday than on Monday. How many people visited the zoo on Tuesday? 1 minute, your time starts now. Let's go. The number of people who visited the zoo on Tuesday. Right? So you're comparing Monday and more on Tuesday. And time is up. So let's take a look over here. Majority of you got the correct answer. Well done. So we know that Monday is 1,597. Tuesday has more. So in order for you to find the number of people who visited the zoo on Tuesday, we need to do our addition. You are correct, Yan. We need to do addition. So we're going to take Monday, which is 1,597 plus 1,026 more. And what would your answer be? 2,623, correct? So your answer would be option number 4. Excellent job, guys. Well done. Okay, so now let's go on to question number 2. Let me go through with you first, okay? Go through one question, then you try one question. Let's go on to question number 2 over here. Kim sold 1,043 hot dogs at a food fair on Saturday. She sold 128 fewer hot dogs on Sunday than on Saturday. How many hot dogs did she sell on Sunday? You are told that she sold fewer on Sunday. You are given the number that she sold on Saturday. So you want to find the number of hot dogs sold on Sunday. So what do you need to do? Fewer means we need to do subtraction. You're giving me the correct answer already. So take 1,043 minus 128, and what should your final answer be? Esther, I think you need to do subtraction properly. 915, okay? Some of you give me 1,015. Make sure you do your subtraction correctly, okay? So do your column subtraction at the side. Okay, all right. So are you ready for bubble question number 2? Are you ready for bubble question number 2? Let's take a look over here, okay? Peter collected 2,180 Singapore stamps. He collected 398 fewer Malaysia stamps than Singapore stamps. How many Malaysia stamps did he collect? You have 1 minute to answer this question. All right. Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So you want to find the number of Malaysia stamps. Is it too fast? Do you guys need a little bit more time? Is it too fast? It is complicated. Let's take a look over here, okay? To find the number of Malaysia stamps, all right, to find the number of Malaysia stamps, you know, he collected 2,180 Singapore stamps. He collected fewer Malaysia stamps. So we need to do subtraction. See, you need more time. The next one, I'll give you more time, okay? So apologies if this one is a little bit too short. All right, so let's take a look together, okay? Let me explain and then we'll go on to the next question. Okay, so 2,180, which is the number of Singapore stamps, you collected fewer Malaysia stamps, so we need to minus 398. And what would you do? What would you get when you do your subtraction? 2,180 minus 398. And now if you got the correct answer, so the final answer will be 1,000. Thank you very much, Nagri and Melody. 1,782. Excellent job. Well, that's so the answer would be option number 1. Option number 1. Excellent job. Okay, now let's go on to question number 3. Question number 3 over here. There are 783 girls in a library. There are 365 more boys than girls in the library. How many children are there in the library? So if you notice, this will be a two-step word problem. You are given the number of girls. The boys is more. But the question is not asking you how many boys are there. The question is asking how many children are there altogether. So the first thing that you need to do is to find the number of boys. You have more boys, right? So what do you need to do? What do you need to do if you have more boys? We need to add, thank you very much, Alison. We need to take 783, the number of girls, plus 365, which is the number of additional number of boys that we have. Correct? You will get 1,148. 1148. Somebody typed in 84, so make sure you type in correctly, okay? But this is not the final answer because the question is asking for the number of children. So you want to find the number of children. Children means boys and girls, correct? So you need to take the number of girls, which is 783, plus the number of boys, 1148. Excellent job. And then you guys can give me the final answer to be 1,931. Excellent. Good job, guys. Okay, so now, no question, right? Everybody can follow this one. So let's move on to our bubble question number 3. Mr. Ong sold 1,845 copies of the daily newspaper on Sunday. He sold 936 more on Monday than on Sunday. How many copies of the daily newspaper did he sell over the 2 days? So it's a two-step word problem. When you guys are ready, can you type ready or okay in the chat? And I'm going to launch the bubble question. For this one, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute, 30 seconds. So you have slightly more time. Okay. So the first thing that we need to find is to find the number of copies sold on Monday. Okay. Then after that, we need to find the total number of copies sold on Monday and Sunday. Okay. You have about 30 more seconds. All right, so let's go through this one. A lot of you, majority of you got the correct answer. A handful of you gave me option number 3. If you gave me option number 3, you're missing one more step. All right, so let's take a look over here. The first thing that we need to do is to find the number of copies sold on Monday. So we know that Monday, he sold more copies on Monday than on Sunday. So when you see the word more in this case, we need to do addition. Correct. So on Monday, he sold more. We need to take 1,845 plus 936. And what do you guys get for Monday? How many copies did he sell on Monday? What do you guys get? 1,845 plus 936. 2,781. Correct, Ashley? 81, not 18. 2,781. Okay, so this is only Monday. The question is asking for both days over the 2 days. So you're going to take Sunday plus Monday. Okay, and then your final answer will be 4,626. So your answer would be option number 4. Excellent job. Well done, guys. Okay. On Tuesday, 3,764 people went to the theme park. On Wednesday, 985 fewer people went to the theme park than on Tuesday. How many people went to the theme park over the 2 days? So again, when you're ready, can you please type OK in the chat so that I know I can launch my options soon. What do you need help? You need to find the number of people who went on Wednesday. Wednesday is fewer. Then you need to find the total number of people. Okay? Number of people who went on Wednesday. Right? And then you need to find the total number of people who went on over the 2 days. Okay, all right, so let me take a look over here, and majority of you got the correct answer. Well done. Handful of you gave me option number 1. If you gave me option number 1, you're missing one more step. Okay, so let's take a look over here. Now, to find the number of people who went on Wednesday, we have 985 fewer people who went to the theme park on Wednesday than on Tuesday. So you need to take Tuesday minus away the fewer number of people. Okay, so when you take 3,764 minus 985, you will get 2,779. But this is only on Wednesday. The question is asking you for over the 2 days, means you need to take Tuesday plus Wednesday. Okay, Tuesday plus Wednesday. So take 3,764 plus 2,779. And your final answer would be 6,543. Okay, so the answer would be option number 3. Any questions? Can you follow already? There were 889 pages in a storybook. Susan read 300 pages in January. She read 100 fewer pages in February than in January. How many pages were left unread? How many pages were left unread? You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to answer this question. Are you guys ready? Help. Okay, I'm going to write down the partial statements for you guys, okay? So the first thing that you need to do is to find the number of pages you read in February. Okay, over here. Number of pages read in Feb. Okay, After you find the number of pages you read in February, you need to find the number of pages read, which is January plus February. Okay, all right. And then finally, you need to find the number of pages left unread. Okay, so this one is 3 steps. You have 40 more seconds to key in the answer if you have not done so. And time is up. And majority of you got the correct answer. A handful of you gave me option number 3. If you gave me option number 3 means there's some calculation error. Okay. All right. So let's take a look over here. We want to find the number of pages read in February. So what do you need to do? We need to take 300 minus 100. So 300 minus 100, and that will give me 200. Correct? Because 300 in January, 100 fewer in February. So now, the next step over here, we want to find the number of pages read in January and February. Yes, January is 300, February is 200. We add them together, very nice numbers. We have 500. So in January and February, she would have already read 500 pages. Mankoi, you are correct. To find the number of pages left unread, you need to take the total number of pages, which is 889 minus 500. So 889 minus 500, you guys will get 389. Ta-da! So your answer would be option number 2. So that one was more than and less than direct. That all of you actually have no problem. I assume 99% of you have no problem. For the 1% that did not get your bubbles, I think you have a careless mistake. Okay, so please read the question carefully. All right. So now what's the difference between direct and indirect then? In word problems involving more than and less than indirect, we are given the quantity of items a subject has and how much more or less we would it has compared to another subject. Okay, so the keyword here is it. What does it refer to? It's not the other subject, it's the same subject that we are referring to. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that if this subject has more items, okay, it means that the other subject has less. Therefore, we need to do subtraction to find the quantity of the items the other subject has. Okay, and vice versa. So let's take a look at an example, okay, if this sounds a little bit confusing. Now let's go back to Eileen. Eileen baked 450 cookies. She baked 120 fewer cookies than Tina. How many cookies did Tina bake? What do you need to do? Was it the same as the last question? Do you see the difference between this question and the last question? Yes, because she over here refers to Eileen. Okay, it refers to the subject. It refers to the subject itself. So this is Eileen. So now Eileen baked fewer than Tina. If Eileen baked fewer than Tina, does Tina bake more or less? More. So Tina actually baked more. If Tina were to bake more, do you need to do addition or subtraction? Addition. Excellent job. So now to find the number of cookies Tina baked, we need to do addition. So 450 plus 120, and that will give us 570. So can you guys see the difference? Can you guys see the difference between this question and the previous question? Do I need to show you the comparison? Can you guys understand? Okay. So read the following carefully and answer the question. It says, Janet has 100 stickers. She has 50 more than Natalie. So my first question to you would be this. Who has more stickers? 30 seconds. Let's go. 2 more seconds and time is up. So she refers to Janet. So Janet has more stickers. What will happen if you click 3 or 4? You will get 0 bubbles. Okay, you will not get your bubble. All right. So then my next question to you would be this, guys. My next question to you would be this. So now, same question, right? We still have Janet has 100. She has 50 more stickers than Natalie. My first question to you would be this. To find the number of stickers Natalie has, which of the following should we do? Do we need to do addition or do we need to do subtraction? 30 seconds starts now. Yes, this one is a little bit like the English question. You are correct, but you need to understand what is the question asking before you can understand, before you know which operation to use, right? Whether you need to do addition or whether you need to do subtraction. So in this case, the question is asking you to find Natalie. Does Natalie have more or less? What do you guys think? Just now we already say that Janet has more, right? Because she refers to Janet and she has more. Means Natalie has less or Natalie has fewer. If Natalie has fewer, do you do addition or subtraction? You need to do subtraction, correct? You need to do subtraction, correct? So the answer would be option number 2. Okay, so let's try one more story before we go on to our word problem. So Melvin has 250 toy cars. He has 120 fewer toy cars than Ben. So my question to you would be this. Who has more toy cars? Options starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. And time is up. So let's take a look over here. Majority of you got the answer correct. It's okay, Lucas. All right. So who has more? We know that he refers to Melvin and Melvin has fewer. Means Ben must have more. So the answer would be option number 2. So then you guys would know what my next question would be, right? Okay, so my next question to you would be this. To find the number of toy cars Ben has, what do we need to do? Addition or subtraction? Ready? Let's go. Yes, so we know that Ben has more, means we need to do our addition. So you guys are clear already? Just because you see fewer does not necessarily mean you need to do subtraction. Okay? So are you ready for the word problems? Are you ready for your word problems? Yes, let me go through one with you and then I'm going to give you your bubble question, okay? So this one, let's go through together first. There are 1,250 squash rackets at a sports warehouse. There are 312 more squash rackets than tennis rackets at the warehouse. How many tennis rackets are there at the warehouse? What do you need to do if I want to find the number of tennis rackets? What do you need to do? 312 more squash than tennis. This more refers to the squash. Means tennis is more or less. Tennis has fewer, tennis is less. If tennis is less, we need to do subtraction. So please read the question carefully, okay? So 1,250 minus 312. And that will give you, thank you very much, Chong Yi. Yes, we have 938. Okay, 938. All right, so bubble question. Are you guys ready for your bubble question? Yes, Theodore, you are correct. C8, correct as well. Kayleen, well done. So let's move on to our bubble question number 5. A bakery sold 2,300 chicken pies on Saturday. The bakery sold 505 more chicken pies on Saturday than on Sunday. How many chicken pies were sold on Sunday? You have 1 minute to answer this question. Are you guys ready? Time is up. All right. Majority of you got the correct answer, but I have a lot of you, almost half of you actually gave me option number 4 as well. Okay. So 505 more on Saturday. So Saturday is more. Sunday is less. Question is asking for Sunday. So you want to find the one that has less. So yes, you need to do subtraction. So number of pies sold on Sunday, it would be 2300 minus 505. Okay, and that will give you 1795. Okay, so the answer should be option number 1. All right, option number 1. Anna collected 6,000 stickers. She has 1,480 fewer stickers than Yixuan. How many stickers does Yixuan has? Okay, 1 minute. Your time starts now. I see a lot of you getting the correct answer already. So well done, guys. Excellent job. Okay, yes, Anna collected 6,000. She has fewer. She refers to Anna, correct? She refers to Anna, and Anna has fewer. This means that Yixuan has more. If Yixuan has more, do we need to do addition or subtraction? So number of stickers Yixuan has. So we need to do addition, correct? Yes, so we're going to take 6,000 plus 1,480. There we go. All right, mental calculation, you will have 7,480. So this one, you don't really need to do your working medicine. So the answer would be option number 4. Any questions so far? Everybody can follow? So now you can identify already when to do addition, when to do subtraction. Can you see the difference with the type of question? Okay, all right, so let's take a look at question number 7 over here. Let me go through with you before I give you your bubble question again. Now, there are 1,342 girls in the school hall. There are 179 more girls than boys in the school hall. How many children are there altogether? So the questions are all very, very, very similar. They just change a little bit only. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is you're already told the number of girls. So the first thing that we need to do is to find the number of boys. Okay, so please tell me, do we have more girls or boys? Which one is more, girls or boys? Girls, correct? Because you have more girls. Look at this. More girls means the boys must be less or fewer. So in order for you to find the number of boys, we need to do subtraction. Yeah, so you need to take 1,342 minus 179. Minus away the extra number of girls. Okay. Once you do your subtraction, can anybody tell me what is 1,342 minus 179? Yes, we have 1,163. Ming Chong, thank you very much. Excellent job. Okay, so that's not the final answer, correct? Because the question is asking you to find the number of children. So in order for you to find the number of children, you need to take the number of girls plus the number of boys. So girls is 1,342. Boys is 1,163. So if you add them together, you will get 2,505. Ta-da! Everybody can follow? Okay, so just because you see more does not necessarily mean you need to do addition. All right. So bubble question time. Let's take a look over here. Alex scored 7,236 points in a game. His score was 5,168 points more than Luke. How many points did the two boys score altogether? You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer this question. Okay, 1 minute and 30 seconds. And your time starts now. All right, and time is majority of you got the correct answer. So let's take a look over here. We have Alex and we have Luke. Now, Alex scored 7,236 points, right? His score was more. Means Alex scored more means Luke must have scored less. You guys agree? Luke must have scored less. So the first thing that you need to do is to find the number of points Luke scored. Okay, so if Luke scored 5,168 less than Alex, means we need to take Alex's score minus away the additional part, the extra part. So you're going to take 7,236 minus 5,168. And what do you guys get once you do your subtraction? 7,236 minus 5,168. What do you guys get? Anybody? 2,068. So this is Luke's score, correct? This is Luke's score. Question is asking for the score, the two boys score altogether. So total number of score they scored. Okay, so we're going to take Alex, which is 7,236 plus Luke. Okay. All right. So then what do you get? Yes, 9,304. Ta-da. So the answer would be option number 3. Any questions so far? Can all of you follow? Easy? Easy? Okay, shall we try one more bubble question? Let's take a look over here before we go on to our challenge question. Chun, chun, chun. Let's take a look at bubble question number 8, okay? 3,672 people visited the museum on Saturday. 510 fewer people visited the museum on Saturday than on Sunday. How many people visited the museum over the weekend? Okay, so read carefully which day has more, which day has less. You're given Saturday, you need to find Sunday. Sunday is more or less. Okay, then how many people visited the museum over the weekend? Weekend means Saturday and Sunday, right? Options launching in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is to find the number of people who visited on Sunday. Okay, then you need to find, time is up already, total number of people who visited over the 2 days. Okay, all right, so first we need to find Sunday, correct? Now, fewer people visited the museum on Saturday than on Sunday. That means Sunday must have more, right? Sunday must have more means we need to do our addition. So we're going to plus 510. Okay, and that will give you 4,182. But that's not the final answer because that is only on Sunday. Question is asking over the weekend. Over the weekend means Saturday plus Sunday. And this is the number of people who visited on Saturday. So take 3,672 plus 4,182. And that will give you your final answer. Correct? So that will give you 7,854. Okay, so the answer would be option number 4. So for those of you who gave me option number 3, you might have added the two incorrect numbers together. Kelly has 150 fewer stickers than Helen. Helen has 240 fewer stickers than Mandy. Given that Kelly has 90 stickers, how many stickers do the 3 girls have altogether? Wow. help. I write down the partial statements for you again, and from there you have to figure it out by yourself. So you already know Kelly has 90. So the first thing that you need to do is to find number of stickers Helen has. Okay, after you find how many Helen has, you need to find number of stickers Mandy has. After you find that, then you can find the total number of stickers the 3 girls have. Okay, so this one, 3 steps. What do you need to do? Plus, yes, because Kelly has 90 and she has 150 less than Helen, means Helen has 150 more than Kelly. So we're going to plus 150. So if you take 90 plus 150, you have 240. Correct? Then it says that Helen has 240 fewer than Mandy, means Mandy must have 240 more. Correct? So it's 240 plus 240, and that will give you 480. Excellent job. And then that's not the final answer still, because the question is asking how many stickers do the 3 girls have altogether. So you need to take Kelly plus Helen plus Mandy. So Kelly has 90, Helen has 240, Mandy has 480. So you need to take 90 plus 240 plus 480. And that will give you the final answer of 810. You guys are correct. So the answer would be option number 3. Okay. All right. So this would be the last question for today. I do not have enough time to go through any more questions with you. All right, so let me go through a summary. What we have learned today would be what problems involving more than and less than direct, more than and less than indirect. So I hope you guys know the difference between the 2 types of questions already.